I had a piece that I did on MS Now that talked about, how the Pope and the president are looking at this. And I want to draw to your attention this note from that piece. Trump treats everything, especially politics, like a loyalty test. It is not enough for members of his party or cabinet to agree with him. And this goes a little bit to what Angelo was just saying. They must submit. And as we recently learned, he expects the same from the church. What Trump wants is a pope who falls in line. Even Christ never demanded that kind of loyalty because faith is blind. Faith is a very different kind of energy that Donald Trump doesn't know about or is unfamiliar with. How do you see, when you listen to the Pope tell us, Jesus told us? That's how the Pope ain't telling you this. Jesus told you this. And Donald Trump's response is, do as I say.
Yeah, this is not someone who's going to fall in line. This is not a pope who is going to bow the knee to Donald Trump. But this is a fight that Donald Trump apparently wants to do to distract from what? I mean, think of the number of things that are off message here. Before I get to the answer to that question, he wants to talk about no taxes on tips. Now, in theory, that's the kind of economic message that Republicans like. Right? He was a political winner. He has stepped all over it. Donald Trump, as a weapon of mass distraction, distracts from his own message. And so, what are we having now? We are having, to your point, a discussion about what is the heart of Christianity. What is the message of the church? What would Jesus do? Would Jesus sound like Pete Hegseth? Would Jesus sound like J.D. Vance, using scripture to justify cutting off aid to poor people around the world, or mass deportations, or family separations, or the bombing of Iran? So, this does go at the very, very heart of Trump's claim that he is somehow this great defender of Christendom. And it was so interesting to watch the juxtaposition today of the Pope's comment about people manipulating religion coming out really right on the heels of Pete Hegseth's very, very bizarre invocation of the gospel according to Mark to attack the media as a bunch of Pharisees. So the Pope does not have to name Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, or Pete Hegseth by name, but everybody knows who he's talking about, and he brings moral authority, and this guy is not backing down.